Ibn Qayyim says, there are some scholars who say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask the father about his son on the day of judgment before he asks the child about his father. Allah will ask the parent first before he asks the child about the parent. Before we move forward, this shows us that we have our priorities messed up and out of order. 9 out of 10 people, imams included, when they talk about the family structure, what's the first thing that they talk about? What's the first type of chastisement, or they want to remind someone or reprimand someone? They always point the finger towards who first? That's a fact. You're a bad son. You're a bad daughter. You need to be a better son. You need to be a better daughter. You need to be better to your father. You need to listen to your father. You need to obey your father. You need to respect your father. You need to do exactly what, and this is truth. You must be respectful to your father. You must be respectful to your mother. But is there any reprimanding to the mother and the father? In most cases, you will not find it. You will not find the imam saying, ittaqillah, fear Allah concerning your son. You cannot do that. That's wrong. That's haram. Fear Allah. Send your son to me to the masjid. Your son has potential. He's smart. He has good energy. Send him. Taqillah. He doesn't need to be an engineer. He needs to be a Quran reciter. So most people, they only attack the children. And most parents, they abuse Islam for their own narcissism. Listen to everything I say. Do everything I say. And if you don't, you're going to go to hell. And if you follow my narcissism, you'll go to Jannah. Paradise is under the feet of the mothers. And if you don't listen to me and obey me and do everything I do in my micromanaging of your life, Allah will be displeased with you and I'm going to make dua against you. Is this not the case? But in reality, according to Ibn Qayyim, it's the opposite. The responsibility of the parent is heavier upon the child. And Allah will ask the father and mother before He asks the child about his father and mother. Were you a good parent, a good father, or a bad father? Did you discipline your children? Did you feed them from the halal? Did you allow them to study the Quran? Did you take them to the house of Allah? Were you kind? Did you show favoritism to your sons? Clear favoritism. This child gets away red-handed, does whatever it wants to do. Nothing. This one child does it, punishment, immediately. Clear favoritism. This son looks just like you, so you love him more. And the child that doesn't look like you shun him off. You push him away. If you read history of different races, you'll find historical documentation. There were kings, there were sultans, there were shoguns, there were emperors who tried to have their sons killed, not to inherit the throne, because he didn't look like me. I don't want him to be the next emperor, because he doesn't look like me. Even though he's suited to be the emperor, heir apparent, heir of the throne, he should be the next Khan, but he doesn't look like me, so I don't like him. He reminds me of his mother. He looks like this one and he looks like that one. So Allah Azza wa Jalla will ask the father and the mother on the day of judgment about what type of parent they were before he asked the child what type of child he was. Not like how we have it twisted. We want to force the people into the corner to obey us, thinking that we have the automatic monopolization of Allah's mercy. You're going to go to hell because I said so. What about you as a father? Maybe you'll go to hell for being a bad father. Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he says, so just as the father has a haqq over his son, the son has a haqq over his father. فكما قال الله تعالى ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه إحسانا قال أيضا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة فوصية الله للآباء بأولادهم سابقة على وصية الأولاد بآبائهم فمن أهمل تعليم ولده ما ينفعه وتركه سدى فقد أساء غاية الإساءة وأكثر الأولاد إنما جاء فسادهم من قبل الآباء وإهمالهم لهم وترك تعليمهم فرائض الدين وسننه فأضاؤوهم صغارا فلم ينتفعوا بأنفسهم ولم ينفعوا آباءهم كبارا. انتهى كلامه رحمه الله. Ibn Qayyim, he says, just as Allah said in the Quran, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ, we have enjoined upon man. kindness to his parents, benevolence to his parents, dutifulness to his parents, observance of his parents' rights. Just as Allah has said that, Allah has also said, "Qu anfusakum," save yourselves and your family from the fire, from a fire. وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ, whose fuel is men and stones. So the advice and the command, Allah's ordaining, Allah's mandating to the children with regards to their parents only came after Allah's ordaining good treatment of the parents to the children. Wasiyatullahi lil-aba, Allah telling the fathers to be good to their sons comes before Allah telling the sons to be good to their fathers. And once again, this shows us how we have things the exact opposite in our society. وعلى هذا فقس. And this is just one example. The same applies to husband and wife and masjid. You can go and you can find 10 different things that we prioritize, and the exact opposite is in the Quran and the Sunnah. And people don't want to hear this. They don't like to hear things which are uncomfortable or unsavory. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to be awakened and shaken up from their world of fantasy. Ibn Qayyim, he then says, so whoever wastes the teaching and the education of his children, ahmala, he neglects and he's nonchalant, teaching his children that which they need and that which benefits them. وَتَرَكَهُمْ سُدًا, and he just leaves them and lets them be. Do whatever you want, go wherever you want to go, eat whatever you want to eat, dress how you want to dress. أهملهم, just leave your children, they'll figure it out. فَقَدْ أَسَاءَ غَايَةَ الْإِسَاءَ, then he has done a great deal of wrong. He has not done well. Rather, he's done very bad, very